Hello and welcome to another video by Focus Eyecare. In today's video we are going to be talking about a common skill that often helps us visualize and plan when we're doing studying or working on tests or even writing a story, and it's called mapping. In mapping, you take the main idea about something and put it in the middle of your paper. So here we did a map on Halloween. So this would be like a map if we had a younger student and he was going to write, or he or she was going to write a paper about Halloween. So you put the main idea in the middle and then do branches off from the main idea and just talk about key points about what you're writing or reading about. So if you're writing about Halloween, something that you'd expect in Halloween would be costumes. So you'd branch off of that. And then you can take even more details. This is where mapping is so great, is if you're talking about, for example, Halloween parties, you can go and break down those ideas and go more in detail. So you might do bobbing for apples, might be at school. It helps our students to be able to visualize the key concepts that they're writing about, so when they go and they write their paper, they can take out those main ideas and get them quickly onto their paper. As opposed to what so many of our students do, they really struggle with time and trying to do their paper and remember everything. This gives them a nice organization and a nice breakdown before even going into that. And it actually makes the writing process much quicker. Another thing you can do with maps is we draw pictures to help us remember. This comes in handy especially when you're using a map to help yourself study. So if you are doing a map for, let's say, a science exam, you might really struggle to remember an answer to a question. But if you draw a picture for that point on your map and you're taking that test, there's a lot better of a chance of trying to remember that picture in your mind and see that, and then help you say, oh, the answer is A, because of the picture you had in your mind. Another thing that you might find helpful, especially if you're writing a much more complicated paper, is to order your points ahead of time. Because as you map, you try to go in the order that you're going to be mapping about, but it gets more challenging. So then you're like, oh, maybe I want to talk about costumes first, and then candy second, and then trick-or-treating third. So just doing that, planning that order out, and then as they write, they can even cross off the ideas they wrote about. So, oh, we got costumes, then candy. It helps to keep the student organized as they're writing and not hit on the same idea twice, and just overall write a paper that flows better. We hope that you found this video helpful on mapping when you're doing schoolwork at home or anything else that it might be a useful tool.